The event brought together government representatives, labour unions, recruitment agencies and migrant workers to discuss challenges faced by domestic workers abroad and how the handbook can help.
All of us are trying to attempt to sort these young women's problem. The handbook may not resolve 100% of their problems. Issues of domestic migrant workers requires a multifaceted approach. It's not a one person who can do it. Even governments can't. We are also doing this in respect to the above processes from the support from FAIRS. They are the ones that helped us develop and print these materials. It's not the first time. We really have to applaud FAIRS for this beautiful gesture. It's not the first set of documents they have helped the union to develop. We also have the local one, the Domestic Workers Handbook for Ugandan domestic workers.
The bill entitled the Labor Externalization Bill, which is in advanced stages. We've already had engagements with the line Minister of Gender, and I think partners will come on board. But I think what is important is that this regulation is trying to say that at least we look at management of labor externalization in Uganda, how we should establish the technical committee, joint technical committee, then regulate agencies. By last year, we had over 276 agencies. And by now I think they're almost doubling. So regulation of these agencies is very important, and I think this handbook is one of the key issues. Then when we look at bilateral agreements, what is it that we require to incorporate? That's actually addressed here. And they have gone ahead to elaborate on ILO Convention 189 and Recommendation 201.
Our partners in Uganda, FAIRS, and also the Hotels Union for coming up with this very important, I would say, a book that is about our people, immigrant domestic workers. And when we say immigrant, it should have been either side, as far as I'm concerned, because there are those who come from out there and they come here, but also we also have our own migrant also who also go and suffer on the other side. It is important that we look at this very important book, which I've not been able to access until now, but all in all, I will forever remember FAIRS for that wonderful support. It was also when I came up with the markets bill, you were at the forefront. So when I see this, I know that you are there because of us, and we don't take it for granted.
The handbook is a result of collaborative efforts with various stakeholders.
We decided to establish a handbook again, this time for migrant workers, and we have produced it again because we want to make information accessible. It's not that the information is not there, but the question is, do migrant workers have access to that information? So we have a small booklet that is easy to carry around, and it is printed in 4 local languages: Ateso, Acholi, Ronyankole and Luganda, apart from our principal English version.
The government is committed to protecting migrant domestic workers, and this handbook is a crucial step in providing workers with the knowledge and resources they need to protect themselves.
The ministry's mandate is very clear. This is to promote orderly labor migration, safeguard migrant workers, and ensure fair and decent conditions of work. So we know that this handbook is directly going to complement the ongoing government efforts, such as strengthening the labor externalization framework, finalizing regulations under the Employment Act that could be very important for the migrant workers.
The communication material launched is in 4 languages: English, Runyachitala, Luo, and Ateso, and aims to provide essential knowledge and skills to these workers, enabling them to navigate complex issues and access justice.
A number of members of UWERA are dealing with these domestic workers. I don't know whether you have had an engagement with them, with the members of UWERA or the association itself, to be able to target how do we get to these migrant domestic workers, to be able to disseminate this very key information.
The handbook is designed to address some, not all, some of the common problems that we see, hear, and observe. I hope I'm understood very clearly. Many of our colleagues have praised on the issue of dissemination. It is the reason we are here.
Recruitment fees. We very well know that our migrant regulations of 2021 actually exonerate domestic workers from being paying recruitment fees. But in our research, girls are still being asked a lot of money to pay, and yet they're going to do those domestic jobs that are excluded from recruitment fees. So still that information on recruitment fees is captured here, and honestly, if most of the migrant workers can get this information, that would be good.
On dissemination, I want to insist, this is a handbook that is supposed to benefit migrant workers. So how do we, in our way of disseminating it, make sure that it reaches as many migrant workers but also other stakeholders as possible? Part of it is, yes, you call the stakeholders, and I see very important people here. But then how do we, I have seen Workers TV, I've never interfaced with Workers TV.